Good evening and good morning to everyone. Welcome to all audience participating in a discussion session on mapping the renewable energy sector to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, Showcase Bangladesh. The year 2020, United Nations marking its 75th anniversary. This anniversary provides a much needed opportunity to reflect on the direction of the United Nations and ensure it is built to address the global challenges of the 21st century. This year, the theme of the Assembly has defined the future we want, the United Nations we need, reaffirming of our collective commitment to multilateralism due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Most of the event has taken place primarily in a virtual format with pre-recorded statement by the heads of state and the government. It is our pleasure to inform you that the GreenTech Foundation Bangladesh, partner organization of United Nations Global Compact and United Sustainable Development Solution Network, SDSN, is going to organize this discussion session as a side event of United Nations General Assembly to mark the 75th anniversary of United Nations today in a virtual mode. This event will contribute to bridging the gap between decision makers in the sphere of climate change and the renewable energy community, which is ready to provide the solutions that are needed for the effective climate change mitigation. This event will also showcase the advancement of renewable energy in Bangladesh in depth. Renewable speaker will share statistics, insight, and recommendations on this topic. Everyone from any corner of the world will be welcome to join and contribute to the journey of improving energy efficiency, tapping the power of renewable energy, negating climate change, and saving the world. As the renewable energy industry is instrumental to the achievement of all of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, given the urgency and scale at which renewables must be deployed to meet the world's sustainable development and climate goals, it is critical that the industry understand its potential impact, both positive and negative, on all the SDGs. The event will share the information for renewable energy companies to maximize contribution to all the goals with specific action recommended for each goal to help build responsible practices into core business operations and to collaborate with other stakeholders, including affected communities, peer companies, and governments to amplify impact. This event is holding in parallel with the Nations General Assembly as a side event. It will demonstrate that a full renewable energy supply is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start our event, let us see some documentary on United Nations 75th anniversary.
In 2020, the United Nations turned 75. The world is very different today than it was in 1945. What will it look like in 2045 when the UN turns 100? Imagine the possibilities. How do we get there? We know the threats. Let's face them together.
It is we children and future generations that are going to suffer the most from these consequences if we fail.
Our challenges are immense. No nation can solve them alone, but together, we help. We learn, we teach, we care, we innovate.
We have the passion, the fire, and the ideas to make the change.
I am deeply convinced that there is no other way to deal with global challenges but with global responses.
All things are possible. Shared problems, shared solutions. Join the global conversation. Let's shape the future together.
Today, we face a global pandemic, and worldwide, people rightly raise their voices against racism. Confronting problems is a start, but we also have to solve them. We have a timeless guide to tackle our shared challenges and fix the world's fragilities. The guide is the United Nations Charter. The Charter was signed 75 years ago, and its principles ring just as true today. Facing fundamental human rights, the equal rights of men and women, the dignity and worth of every person, international law and the peaceful settlement of disputes, better standards of life in larger freedom. These enduring values will carry us to a new future. A future where we stop harming the natural environment and start tackling climate change. Where we reject bigotry and celebrate the richness of human diversity. Where young people lead in the streets, in their schools, in society. The United Nations was founded before threats like cybercrime and online hate speech emerged. But our Charter shows how to rise to these challenges too. Let us realize this vision of peace, human rights and justice for everyone by joining together with humanity, with unity, with each other.
Thank you everyone for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, today in this session we will learn about the development and future plan on renewable energy from the main stakeholders of the Bangladesh in this sector. We will learn about energy efficiency conservation master plan of Bangladesh government to achieve SDG from the Sustainable and Renewable Energy Development Authority SEDA as part of the Ministry of Power, Energy and Mineral Resource. Mr. Engineer Muhammad Rijaul Haq, Director SEDA, will present these topics. Then about the advancement and prospect of clean energy in Bangladesh, we will learn from the head of renewable energy of infrastructure development company ITCOL, who has played a vital role for the expansion of renewable energy in Bangladesh in the root level. Mr. MD Inamul Karim Pavel will speak on these topics, and we will also learn about the role of renewable energy research and development and capacity building for the development of renewable energy sector from the Director of Institute of Energy, University of Dhaka, who has been working as a researcher in this field since last 30 years. Dear ladies and gentlemen, an audience from home and abroad, before we move to our session, let us watch another documentary and a report published recently on renewable energy development in Bangladesh done by Trade Harbor Limited. In this report, we'll found Bangladesh government has targeted to achieve 40,000 megawatt by 2030 from both renewable and non-renewable energy sources. Till 2020 April, total power generation capacity 21,875.15 megawatt, including off-grid renewable energy. Government is now eyeing a target of generating 10% of its power from renewable resources by 2020. Bangladesh added 626.74 megawatt of renewable generating capacity till 2019, which 2.87% of the total power generation. So there is a gap which is 7.13% that government need to achieve by the end of 2020. The good news is that another 2,508.08 megawatt renewable energy is in pipeline. Solar contributed 61.6%, while wind contributed 0.5 respectively. Hydro capacity contributed till 2019 by 37.8%, and biomass and biogas up to electricity both grew by 0.2%. Renewable expansion was slower from a declaration of the government to harness 10% from renewable energy since 2013. The reasons for being slower is the availability of sustainable land near the national grid, connectivity, substation. Also, arranging such a big land from so many landowners who share the project land is very difficult. However, with the confusion efforts from both government and private sector, these problems are about to solve recently. Despite all hinderings, total renewable power growth outpaced fossil fuel growth by a factor of 2.6, continuing renewable energies dominance in power expansion for the seventh time in the decade. So let us let us watch the documentary and then we go our presentation. Thank you very much for watching this documentary. Now, dear audience, now I would like to request Mr. Siddiq Jubair, former Secretary of the Bangladesh government and member of SREDA, Renewable Energy Specialist and Advisor, GreenTech Foundation Bangladesh, to give the welcome speech in the session. Sir.
Thank you very much, respected participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It indeed a great pleasure for me to welcome you all in this webinar called Mapping the Renewable Energy Sector to the UN Sustainable Development Goals, Showcasing Bangladesh, organized by the GreenTech Foundation Bangladesh, partner organization of United Nations Global Compact and UN Sustainable Development Solution Network. This initiative is the side event of UN General Assembly to mark the 75th anniversary of the United Nations. We have all witnessed the rapid economic growth Bangladesh has achieved over the past decade. To continue this momentum and to meet the essential energy need of the people and industry, promotion of green energy and demand-side energy management is just as important as supply-side infrastructure development. In this context, and against the backdrop of global pandemic and environmental challenges, it is now more important than ever to be aware of and to practice the principle of sustainable development. As stated by UN Secretary General in his speech in the opening session of 75th General Assembly, quote, COVID-19 is not only a wake-up call, it is a dress rehearsal for the world of challenge to come. We must move forward with humility, recognizing that a microscopic virus has brought the world to its knee. Yesterday, our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, in her speech in COVID-19 session of UN General Assembly, requested all to come forward and implement the resolution of COP21. Energy is the prime mover of the economy, and therefore it has been extensively utilized all over the world, even without considering its availability in future and sustainability. The pandemic has taught us that our choices matter. So we must support new life and civilization through promoting green economy, reducing environmental challenges, and keeping sustainability at the center of our thought process. Therefore, efficient and prudent use of energy is the need of the time, both here and all over the world. It is even more important in Bangladesh as the country has now embarked on becoming the middle-income country by 2021 and a developed country by 2041, which will create demand for more energy. We all know Bangladesh has made significant advancement in promotion of off-grid renewable energy. We have the largest solar home system user base in the world, but little advancement in on-grid renewable energy solution. So far, we have only 38 megawatt on-grid solar system is in operation, and 57.5 megawatt is in progress. However, it is also important to look inward, to be aware of our energy uses and be accountable both individually and collectively. We are aware that Bangladesh is the fastest growing economy in the Asia-Pacific region. The present government of Bangladesh, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, has set the nation's vision, we call the Vision 2021, aiming to elevate Bangladesh to the status of middle-income country while providing affordable and quality electricity to everyone. Meanwhile, the country has already been graduated to a lower middle-income country, and along with that, energy demand has seen an upward trend. We also have greenhouse gas mitigation target as stipulated in the nationally determined contribution under the Paris Agreement. The NDC targets are heavily linked to renewable energy and energy efficiency promotion. On the other hand, this is right time to look into how digital technology and innovation can enable greater contract optimization and analytics, which is in turn allow greater energy efficiency, especially when combined with the right policy framework. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh is one of the world's most vulnerable nations to the effects of climate change in the world, which poses a significant risk to the economic development of the country. As a result, Bangladesh is working to achieve lower greenhouse gas emission as well as more resilient development. The 7th five-year plan, including green growth, and within this, it's articulated 3 themes, one of which renewable energy and energy efficiency promotion, climate change management, and resilience are key aspects. However, when it comes to climate protection, savings energy is the sleeping giant as an energy production, as consumption is the largest source of global greenhouse gas emission. People's right to sustainable solution of energy security, ecologically healthy environment for present and future generation is become obligatory to all. The energy sector therefore plays a critical role in the country's effort long-term strategies to meet climate goals. Maximizing the uses of renewable energy is a step forward to achieve SDG goals, as well as ensure dependable energy uses. Increasing energy efficiency accomplish the same output with less energy uses is a cost-effective way to combat climate change, the low-hanging fruits of the climate action. Energy efficiency not only slow climate change, it also saves companies money and has enhanced business viability, boost job creation, and offset harmful conventional power plant and its pollution. This year has presented to us all extraordinary challenges from the COVID-19 pandemic that is causing devastating across the globe. In this context, promotion of renewable energy and energy efficiency has become forefront to mitigate economic disruption, advance livelihood, and improve environment. We are fortunate that political willingness, policy support, and institutional arrangement are already in place. Appropriate planning and proper implementation are now is a challenge. I welcome honorable guests and participants to focus our discussions today in that line and set a tune of green development. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your speech, welcome speech. Now, may I request Mr. Rejaul Haq, Director of Sustainable Renewable Energy Development Authority, SEDA, to give his presentation on energy efficiency and conservation after planning to achieve SDGs.
Thank you. আমার প্রেজেন্টেশনটা শেয়ার করেন।
জি, প্লিজ।
প্রেজেন্টেশনটা শেয়ার হয়নি। ক্যান ইউ প্লিজ
So I think the organizers are in the process of bringing your presentation in the screen. But in the meantime, let me continue our discussion that we have with us today also Mr. Mudabbir bin Alam, who is the coordinator of the projects of GIZ, who are working for promotion of renewable energy and energy efficiency in Bangladesh. They are working for long and supporting the power division to bring the institutional arrangement to promote the renewable energy and energy efficiency, and to become it into the as a mainstream energy in Bangladesh. So, Lutfur Rahman Shahab, are you in a are you okay to present the presentation of the Mr. Reza? Is it okay now? Can you share it in the screen? Mr. Lutfur Rahman, I think that he has some problem. He is facing some problem. In the meantime, Reza, what you can do, you can continue your presentation verbally so that you have your copy, and then he can bring it into the screen later on.
Sir, in that case, can I share the screen?
Yes, you can share your screen if you can. Yeah.
Just a minute, sir. Just a second. So just a minute.
Here, fix 40%. Okay.
Mr. Rajal, can you just start your presentation from your part? I'm trying to display your presentation.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, start please.
Yes,
Sir.
Raza, you can start. Your presentation is in screen now.
Okay, sir. Respected chair, distinguished guests, and audience, good afternoon. This is MD Rejaul Haq, Director, Energy Efficiency and Conservation, SREDA. SREDA, a nodal agency of the government, has been created in 2015 to promote, develop, and coordinate the renewable energy and energy efficiency, and also reducing carbon emission. It's my pleasure to present this presentation in this virtual forum. The topics of my presentation is Energy Efficiency and Conservation Master Plan to achieve SDG goal. Next slide. Sir, can I continue? Sir?
Yes, please continue. Please continue.
The next slide is the SDG goal. It presents the overview of the structure of Sustainable Development Goal. It has 17 goals, 169 targets, and 233 indicators. Now, according to target 7.3 of Sustainable Goal Development by 2030 aims to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. If Goal 7 is achieved, it will also help to achieve goal long 3.9, 12, and 13. The government has committed to ensuring access to affordable and reliable electricity for all citizens by 2021 to attain sustainable GDP growth and to improve energy access situation. SREDA has developed a master plan of energy efficiency and conservation up to 2030 in order to promote energy efficiency and conservation. This diagram
Next.
This diagram represents an overall framework of the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Master Plan. In the center of the diagram, there are altogether 5 core actions which are identified to achieve the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Master Plan targets. These are as below. Number 1, introduction of energy management audit program, introduction of energy efficiency building rating program, introduction of energy efficiency labeling program, implementation of energy efficiency financing program, and the last one is implementation of awareness raising program. Now, SREDA is responsible to authority to conduct these 5 actions so as to achieve the national targets set up in the Energy Efficiency Conservation Master Plan.
Next.
Here in Energy Efficiency and Conservation Master Plan, energy efficiency and conservation target and roadmap have been set for 2021 and 2030 with consideration of the EEC potential and current energy consumption. Here we see the primary energy consumption per GDP is 15% improvement by 2021 and 20% by 2030. Next. The first one of our energy efficiency conservation master plan. In the meantime, energy audit regulation 218 has already formulated. SREDA has already conducted the first energy audit certification examination and the result has been published. SREDA is working tirelessly to identify the large-scale power and energy consumers of the country and enlisted them as designated consumers. SREDA has already conducted energy audit in various industrial and commercial establishments. In celebration of Mujib Year, SREDA, in collaboration with GIZ, has undertaken the Energy Efficiency in Public Buildings program. Under this program, energy saving potential will be identified in various public establishments. Next slide. Next slide is building energy efficiency and environment rating. Construction of energy efficient building is an innovation that ensures sustainable energy and environment. Under this program, draft of building energy and environment rating system has been prepared and considering the importance of energy saving and environmental standards in the buildings. Next slide. Energy efficiency in standard and labeling program. To understand.
The previous slide. Lutfur Rahman Shah, previous slide. Previous slide. Lutfur, yeah. These are. Raza. Yes, continue, Riza.
So now the standard labeling and energy efficiency standard and labeling program. To understand the difference between energy efficient and inefficient electric appliance, it is necessary to start the labeling program of the energy efficient appliance. The program is applied mainly on home appliances such as air conditioners, refrigerators, TVs, lightings, fan. In the meantime, SRA drafted standard labeling regulation and in the process of getting approval from the government. After approval of the regulations, label will be inserted on all the devices. Through this label, the energy efficient machine can be easily identified by the mass people. Next slide. The fourth one. With the financial assistance of JICA, Energy Efficiency and Conservation Promotion Financing Project is a platform for promoting energy efficiency and conservation in the industrial and residential sectors. JICA has extended 12 billion JPY in the first phase and 20 billion JPY in the second phase for promotion energy efficiency for industry sector. SREDA offered 4 to 5% interest loan for ensuring industrial sector energy efficiency. In that, ITCOL and BFL are the two implementing financial institutions of this project. Using this fund, a low interest loan is available for those who are acquiring eligible energy efficient equipment. This financial scheme is designed and operated to promote around 40 high efficient equipment, mainly focusing on industries. Very soon we are enhancing the scope of these 50 high efficient equipments, maybe increasing a number of 20 or 15. Next slide. The last one is awareness raising. Though the creation of public awareness on energy saving and energy efficiency, it is possible to achieve the goal of the master plan in a sustainable and effective way. As part of this, SREDA has started a program to create awareness among the students on responsible use of the energy by organizing public awareness programs in various schools. Besides this, mass media like television, radio, newspaper, magazine, website, etc. will also play an important role in making people awareness on energy efficiency and conservation. Actually, in awareness raising program, we are conducting schooling program, National Electricity Week, mass awareness programs on TV, radio, and newspaper, energy efficiency and conservation, business coalition, training, seminar, workshop, and we are currently we are working on campaign plan for national energy efficiency and conservation awareness raising with the help of GIZ. This is the achievement. If we work properly above the 5 pillar, then the achievement come into the in our front. In this graph, we can see that there is a declining trend is national energy intensity, which means the country is producing more using the same amount of energy with the application of energy efficient equipment. And the last slide is the future plan. In future plan, we are divided into 3 parts. In the policy level, in the financing and activities. In the policy level, we are try to reviewing the progress of energy efficiency and conservation master plan up to 2030, updating energy efficiency and conservation master plan, incorporating transport and agriculture sector, and facilitating energy service company. In the financing scheme, we are trying to establishing of energy conservation fund for raising awareness and promotion energy efficiency and conservation financing. Mobilizing concessional fund for implementation of energy efficiency projects. And activities is creating energy uses database focusing on demand side, starting periodical energy audit in the large energy consumer entities, organizing nationwide primary energy consumption data acquisition system to access per GDP energy intensity. These are the future plan we trying to do, and if any other government directive, SREDA will do for the country.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This is all my slide.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Reza.
Thank you,
Over
sir.
to Lutfur Rahman.
Sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Raja, for your nice presentation. Now, I would like to request our from ITCOL, Head of Renewable Energy, Mr. MB Namul Karim Pavel, to give his presentation. But before that, before his presentation, I would like to show one documentary placed on the contribution of ITCOL in the renewable energy sector. Let us watch first, and then we'll know the presentation.
In 1997, ITCOL, the Infrastructure Development Company Limited, began its journey, set up by the government of Bangladesh with support of the World Bank. Its mission was to increase renewable energy use and provide funding for medium to large infrastructure projects. In 2001, ITCOL financed a 450 megawatt power plant 30 kilometers south of Dhaka to help address the power shortages in the country. In 2003, ITCOL started a solar home system program. The program provides electricity to remote villages where it is too expensive or difficult to connect to the grid. Within the first 2 years, the program had installed over 50,000 solar home systems. In 2009, ITCOL began another clean energy venture and introduced solar irrigation pumps. A private-public partnership financed 600 solar irrigation pumps, reducing costs and dependency on fossil fuels. The following year, ITCOL supported private entrepreneurs to set up solar mini-grids to provide grid-quality electricity to remote regions of the country, like chars and islands. In 2012, ITCOL focused on providing clean cooking energy to rural areas. They launched a program for improved cook stoves, which cut down the amount of cooking fuel used and significantly reduced indoor air pollution. In 2015, ITCOL's work was recognized by the United Nations with Bangladesh's first ever Clean Defense Mechanism Fund, created under the UN's Framework Convention on Climate Change. These renewable energy programs now cover the entire country. Over 4.2 million homeowners have solar home systems, the largest off-grid electrification program in the world. Over 1,000 irrigation pumps are in use. 13 mini-grids are operational. 1 million cook stoves have been installed, and 46,000 biogas plants now provide clean cooking solutions to more than 200,000 people. And ITCOL's work isn't finished. By 2025, it aims to set up 50,000 more solar pumps. It will have financed another 6 million solar home systems and built another 50 mini-grids. And by 2030, replaced every traditional cookstove in the country. ITCOL and the World Bank, a 20-year partnership delivering clean, affordable energy across Bangladesh.
Thank you for listening. Watching this video. Actually, it was done by the World Bank and the contribution of the ITCOL. Now, I would like to request Mr. Namul Karim Pavel for his providing his presentation. Please unmute. Please unmute first. Unmute first, please.
Respected chairperson of today's event, distinguished panelists, and dear viewers, good afternoon. It's a great pleasure for me to be a part of today's event. Today, basically, I'm going to show you a brief presentation on the activities of it call under Renewable Energy Program. Though already you have seen a video, the video was actually developed by the World Bank back in 2017. But in the last 3 years, there are some developments in this sector. So I will capture all those, and also I'll try to tell you about the future plan of it call, in particular in this sector. So I'm sharing my presentation. So can you see the presentation?
Yes, we can see it. You can make it full screen.
Yeah,
Full screen in that.
Okay.
Show presentation. You can click the photo. Yeah. I think you can go ahead.
Okay.
No problem.
Can you see the presentation? Full
Yeah, we can
presentation?
see. Yeah. It's okay now.
Okay.
You can deliver.
Okay. So thank you very much. Thanks for the questions. So basically, I'm going to tell about brief on it call. I mean, we are basically a government-owned financial institution. We are owned by the government. We have been created in 1997, as you seen from the video. But we it's a unique organization because it only works for the private sector. I mean, we can provide financial support, technical support to the private sector for promoting infrastructure and renewable energy in Bangladesh. So by now we are the largest financier in infrastructure projects, and also we are also the market leader in renewable energy financing. So basically, we finance in infrastructure, renewable energy, and also in energy efficiency. So in infrastructure projects, already we have actually financed more than 3,000 megawatt, 3,200 megawatt projects. We finance extended our financial support for ports, telecom, then energy efficiency, as discussed by another previous presenter in his presentation from SEDA. So in renewable energy sector, we have different projects and programs. So as you've seen from the video, our solar home system program is the oldest. Then we started other programs and projects. So in solar home system program, already we have financed around 4.14 million home systems, which is the largest off-grid renewable energy program in the world. And already we are supporting, we have supported 12% of the population. Total installed capacity is around 180 megawatt peak. So in biogas sector, I mean, we started financing domestic biogas program started in 2005. So by now we have installed more than 52,000 biogas plants. Our target is to install another 60,000. So it's still continuing. In 2013 we started our Improved Cook Stoves program, and by now we have financed 2.26 million cook stoves, which are, I mean, now most of the cook stoves are of tier 3 and above efficiency, thermal efficiency. We have set our target to install 5 million cook stoves by 2023. It is actually, helping the people to actually reduce their dependency on conventional, firewood and other. It's reducing the use of fuel significantly, and also helping to reduce significantly reduce indoor air pollution. Our next program, what I'm going to speak on is solar irrigation program. But already we have financed more than 1,500 solar irrigation pumps with a combined capacity of 40 megawatt. These are bigger pumps. Each pump is replacing 10 to 12 diesel pumps. So with 15,000 pumps, we have replaced more than 12,000 diesel pumps, and which is covering more than 21,000 hectares of land for paddy cultivation boro, and benefiting more than 61,000 farmers. So our target is actually to install another 10,000 pumps by 2020, including these 1,500. So this 10,000 pumps, if we consider one pump is replacing 10 diesel pumps, so our target is to actually replace around 100,000 diesel ton pumps. So we are getting financial support from different development partners for this project, and also we are expecting government support for scaling up the program. So next is solar mini grid. By now we have financed 26 solar mini grids. All are in isolated river islands, chores or offshore islands. So these solar irrigation pumps are providing grid quality electricity for 24 hours actually, and this is helping people in different income generating activities. So electricity is available for 24 hours, so people have the opportunity, the luxury to actually go for different income generating activities. Then probably we are working. We have worked for last 4 years under the Social Safety Net program of the Ministry of Disaster Management and Relief. So under that program, we've installed, through our partner organizations, around 300,000 solar street lights, 1.2 million solar home systems, and around 37,000 plus large solar systems, which are bigger capacity, not solar home system, but bigger capacity system, which is supporting schools, hospitals, then clinics, then madrasas. So total install capacity actually under this social safety net program is around 75 megawatt peak. So very recently we started supporting industrial rooftop solar, bigger capacity solar systems which are supporting industries. Already we have approved 26 projects with a total capacity of around 30 megawatt. Out of those 26 projects, 9 projects are already operational, and with a total combined capacity of 9.5 megawatts. So you can see average size of the project is around is more than 1 megawatt, and already we have a good pipeline of 20 projects, additional 20 projects with a total capacity of 58 megawatt. So you can see average size is increasing. It's more than 2 megawatt per project. So because of actually COVID situation, the program has a bit slowed down, but we are also, recently we have started gaining up the momentum. So we are receiving more and more projects, applications. So our target is to actually at least install 300 megawatt by in next couple of years. So with the technical support, financial support from from our it call, I mean, average levelized tariff is now already below less than 5 taka per kilowatt. So it's a good I mean, opportunity for the industry owners to go for solar projects with using the best quality equipment and maintaining all the safety standards. I mean, project tariff is less than 5 taka, which when we started it was more close to 8 taka. Already in next 1.5 years, the cost has significantly reduced. So we can see good opportunity here. So we are, I mean, requiring 20% equity for the projects, and rest 80% is financed by us for at a 6% interest rate with a tenor of 10 years loan. And we are getting funding support from World Bank, KfW, and also we are using our own funding to support these initiatives. Next, very recently, I mean, last year actually we financed one. Sorry, I mean, heading is wrong. It's ground-mounted solar project. Ground-mounted project. Ground-mounted solar projects. We already financed one project. It's 8 megawatt AC, already in operation for last 1.5 years. It's working very well. So already we have a pipeline of 8 additional projects, which are, I mean, as you've heard from initial discussion that these kind of projects are moving very fast now. I mean, initially 2-3 years back it was slow, but now we can see many projects are getting matured, and we are very much interested to finance these projects. We are discussing with the project sponsors, and we have already developed 8 projects in our pipeline with a total combined capacity of around close to 500 megawatt AC. So our target is to actually finance a portion of the project cost. I mean, roughly $200 million is our expected financing. I mean, of course, I mean, other financials will be there. We are discussing with our other potential financiers, other development partners especially. So hopefully we'll be able to approve these projects and finance these projects in next, I mean, 1 year or so. So we are getting funding support from World Bank, ADB, AFD, and also we are using our own financing for this kind of projects. So basically, what we are doing, I mean, at present, we are focusing on 4 areas actually. Ground-mounted solar projects, as I just discussed. Solar rooftop. Solar rooftop is our target. I mean, there's a good opportunity for scaling up here. Also, solar irrigation program. Irrigation program has a good potential for Bangladesh and also improve cook stores. So these are the 4 areas actually we are focusing, and we are trying to scaling up. I mean, if you can do that, actually, this will be a good support for the government to actually achieve this 10% target from renewables. So we are getting funding source support from different development partners. World Bank is mainly financing in our renewable energy area. ADB is mainly financing infrastructure. We are getting energy efficiency support from JICA, and also there are other financiers. AFD, KfW is giving a good contribution in our renewable energy sector, and also Islamic Development Bank. So already, if we sum up all this funding, I mean, we have sourced more than $1.5 billion from different development partners. Credit line, I'm talking about. So almost $1 billion has already been utilized, and also we have additional funding. I mean, remaining around $600 million funding to be utilized in financing infrastructure as well as renewable energy projects. So these are credit source, and also we are getting grant funding from KfW, from UK Aid, JICA, Global Environment Facility, Bangladesh Climate Change Resilience Fund, GPOBA, Clean Climate Fund, USAID. I mean, we are getting grant support for from different development partners there. So we are working closely with them with their technical and financial support. We are implementing our projects. So far, I mean, we received $180 million as grant. These funds are actually channeled to the projects for, I mean, reducing the cost of the project. So already most of the fund has been utilized. So already we have utilized more than $160 million. Only we have $60 million in the pipeline. So apart from this financing, we're also providing advisory service, training and capacity building in both in infrastructure and in renewable energy. We have trained more than 1,600 professionals from Bangladesh market in project finance and financial modeling, and also we provided training support to 170 professionals from 18 different African and Asian countries. So we are very much hopeful that if you can actually work closely, if you are very much focused on promoting renewable energy in Bangladesh, we have a good opportunity forward, and hopefully we will be able to actually achieve the government's, support the government in achieving this target of 10% renewables, 10% supply from renewable energy sources. So that's all from my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, for your presentation. And actually, we know in the renewable energy development, especially in the root level, Victorian has played a very vital role. So definitely, it's a very good plan what you have shown. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. Saiful Haq, Director, Institute of Energy, University of Dhaka, and Honorable Vice Chairman of GreenTech Foundation Bangladesh to give his presentation on role of research and development and capacity building for the development of renewable energy sector. Sir, please.
Is about the celebration of 75 years of UN, and the topic is mapping the renewable energy sector to the Sustainable Development Goals, showcase Bangladesh. Here I will present the role of Institute of Energy, University of Dhaka in the renewable energy sector of Bangladesh. Please change the slide. Okay. Let me have some background about this institute. The beginning of this institute will start with Renewable Energy Research Center in 1982. The first project was to develop a solar hot water system under the supervision of Professor Dr. Muhammad Hashim Hussain. You know everybody, our popular Professor Hussain sir. He was a retired professor of physics. He, along with Professor Dr. Shamsul Haq, former professor of applied physics and electronics, and also former vice chancellor University of Dhaka, and Dr. M.A. Wajed, that is the husband of our present Prime Minister. All are then physicists and scientists from the University of Dhaka, and few other researchers were the pioneers to establish the first renewable energy research center known as RERC at that time at the University of Dhaka. After that, Dr. Sajid Kamal, you also know this famous son of famous poet Sufia Kamal, financed some solar modules with which a small-scale renewable energy display park was established, that is known as Energy Park, in the front of the Renewable Energy Research Center, along with two prominent corner roads known as Doel Chottor. Everybody, I think, know about the place. Then, after that, the formation of Renewable Energy Research Center in 92, the idea of forming a full-fledged society with the renowned academicians, researchers, and collaborators of the renewable energy sector first came up in 1980 with the initiative of Professor Dr. Shamsul Haq and Dr. M.A. Wajed Mia, Dr. Mohammad Ibrahim, Dr. Shahida Rafiq, Dr. Nimchandra Bhomik, and Dr. Reza Karim Majumdar took leading role to form the learned society named as Bangladesh Solar Energy Society. Since then, the RERCU and BSES have performed its core responsibility to cascade down the technical knowledge and awareness on renewable energy through meetings, forums, and workshops, then seminar in periodic time interval, And then I'll move to the next slide. You can see some activities in late 1993, even it starts from 1985, sorry. We are displaying the solar panel. Dr. Wajid Mia is watching, and some other team from the REFC is watching. We have organized seminar, solar thermal photovoltaic conversion. There is our Atomic Energy Commission chairman, Dr. Inas Ali, and other dignitaries. And the extreme left, Dr. Wajid Mia is also participating in a sitting. So this is the background from 83. Then comes the formation of Institute of Energy in 2011. To accelerate the pace of the journey in 2011, the Dhaka University successfully upgraded the Renewable Energy Research Center into an academic institute, known as Institute of Energy under University of Dhaka. Now the institute has regular professional program and master program in renewable energy technology for the graduate students. Mostly the graduates from the engineering background, they come here and get admitted and take this master program. The last 9 years, about 400 students had passed from the institute with higher degrees, and some are still conducting their MPhil and PhD research here and also in the other countries. And many of our graduates already now in SHREDA and Power Division and many other power-related institutions. Then our national contribution. Institute of Energy, Dhaka University has taken a journey to excellence in Bangladesh to support the country's power generation capacity. Capacity target of 24,000 megawatt within 2021, and also to complement the Sustainable Development Goal. The core vision is to provide the intellectual leadership towards innovative solutions for the efficient, cost-effective, and environmentally sustainable development of Bangladesh energy and power infrastructure. Next slide. Besides its regular academic program, the institute contributes in developing skilled workforce in the energy sector through short-term technical trainings. Also to support the national energy policy, the institute developed a feed-in tariff regulation for Bangladesh Energy Regulatory Commission, aiming long-term promotion of renewable energy in Bangladesh. We also played very active role in the formation of Sustainable and Renewable Energy Development Authority in 2012, known as SHREDA, then Energy and Power Research Council, EPRC, Sustainable Banking Division of Bangladesh Bank, etc. We also work for technology development and offer testing services. Institute is an active participant in the development of low-cost renewable energy technology devices for the local utilization. And we also own number of awards in this case. We also provide testing services for various renewable energy technology devices for quality control, like solar module, deep cycle battery, charge controller, inverters, etc. We also provide technical support and training in the field of energy efficiency, energy conservation, green building, waste to energy conversion, etc. We regularly organize national seminar on renewable energy and green expo, where the GreenTech Foundation also worked with us as a partner. Recently, just in this year, during COVID situation, we also organized a virtual conference, national conference on renewable energy in June 23-24 this year. These are some highlights of our activity, like our Honorable Energy Advisor is opening our Green Expo 2018. You can see everybody here. Then here is the participant in the Green Expo exhibition. You can see also all the participants here. These are some moments from National Renewable Energy Expo. You can see our Energy Minister, Mr. Nasrul Hamid, with the children who got the first prize in the competition of art exhibition. Also the other participant in the photograph we can see. Also the MP of our Parliament, Mr. Rajak, he is also here with us. You can see the I'm receiving the award from the Honorable Prime Minister in 2016. This is the first prize for technology development organized by the Ministry of Power based on electrotechnological innovation contest. This is another award. It's known as Bichuran Young Bangla Award. Also, we won this year, and Dr. Nasib, the team leader was Dr. Nasib Chamsa, our colleague from the institute. It's also technology development program. This is other dignitaries in our. You can see our senior minister Begum Mutia Choudhury, then our senior minister Mr. Tofail Ahmed, our Vice Chancellor, Mr. Akhtar Jaman, and our previous, what do you call, the South City Corporation Mayor, Said Kukar. So we bring together, even Siddhi Zubair is also here, you can see him. So we try to bring all category of people here and try to sensitize them in the field of renewable energy for last 20 to 30 years. This is another session. You can see the Honorable Advisor to the Prime Minister, Mr. Salman F. Rahman, he is here in this exhibition. Also, one woman MP, renowned, is also beside him participating. Also, we have all female students behind them. They are also participating here. So we have some international cooperation. At present, the institute intends to collaborate with power industries and create academic partnership to conduct periodic discussion sessions in both home and abroad to get new ideas, research, proposals, and funding. It provides platform to attract experts worldwide and helps to create in-country expertise through scientific collaboration. Our aim is to strengthen and mobilize research capabilities at universities, public and private research organizations, as well as assist individual entrepreneurs to develop applicable technologies and systems for the development of the energy and power sector of Bangladesh. Here is some MU signing session with the foreign universities with our Vice Chancellor. We also have collaboration with Hamburg University, Berlin. I've been there for a visit for a collaboration. And this is another MU signing ceremony with Korea Photovoltaic Technological Corporation. Here is our ex-Vice Chancellor, Korean Ambassador. All we are in this signing ceremony. This is a photograph of a children's art competition based on use of renewable energy. It's a 3-category exhibition. So children are taking active part in this art competition. We have some publications here, like one is known as Energine. It's in English. Also, we have this book of abstracts for every year's proceedings for the conferences. Also, we have a Bangla Nabayonjogyo Shakti Barta. So these are all popular types to disseminate our knowledges with other institutions and people. Also, there is in the pipeline is another scientific journal known as Dhaka University Journal of Energy and Environment that will be coming out shortly in celebration of the 100 years of Bangladesh and 100 years of Dhaka University and 50 years celebration of Bangladesh, as well the Mujib Bosh. it will be a special issue. What I think, what should be the way forward? We should not think that a science graduate or a graduate engineer is also an expert on RIT. In our country, we see we put all these people in the maintenance and project of this renewable sector, but sometimes it suffers. There should be a large trained manpower in the field of renewable energy sector with graduate degree or specialization in the field of renewable energy, because it is a specialized field. We cannot put anybody here just he's a science graduate or an engineer. And in every ministry and every division of power sector, we must have an independent post for renewable energy specialist to oversee the renewable energy activities. You know, the activities and the field of renewable energy is expanding very fast in the country. So we need to do this from now. We need to give high priority for operation, maintenance, and monitoring of all installed renewable energy-based systems, which is not being done properly still today. We must prioritize universities for development of their lab for testing and adaptation of renewable energy technologies that is upcoming for the futures. Like export processing zones, there should be renewable energy production zones known as REPZ in every district of the country for fulfilling the national renewable energy target. You see, when we go for EPZ, nobody said there is a scarcity of land. But when we say we need to increase the footprint of renewable energy, then everybody said there is scarcity of land. Only 2% of land utilization of the Bangladesh is capable to fulfill the almost entire power demand of Bangladesh. So we should think it from today for the future master plan of the country. We should have effective policy for the management of renewable energy waste. All the renewable energy we are now setting up, there will be a big problem with the waste, like what we'll do with the module, what we'll do with the battery and other things. So there should have a comprehensive management plan for the renewable energy waste. Otherwise, it will create a negative impact to the society against the renewable energy. Finally, I would like to say that our mission is to facilitate the unstoppable revolution, that is towards 100% world energy transition from renewable energy source. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presentation. We know our development partners have done significant efforts towards energy sustainability in Bangladesh and the development for the National Sustainable Energy Strategy. So we would like to know from them about the renewable energy future plan. At this moment, I would like to request Mr. Al-Mudabbir bin Anam, Program Coordinator, GIZ Bangladesh, to give speech on behalf of the country head, GIZ. Mr. Mudabbir bin Anam, please.
Honorable dignitaries, respected chairperson, panelists, and guests of today's session. First, I would like to really thank the organizers, especially the GreenTech Foundation, for organizing this pertinent session at this very right time. The title of today's webinar is Mapping the Renewable Energy Sector to the UN Sustainable Development Goals, showcasing Bangladesh. Actually, renewable energy has a linkage to all these 17 SDGs, and also in the relevant context for Bangladesh. However, since I'm from the energy program of German Technical Cooperation, maybe I would like to also only focus on the SDG 7 and how the linkage actually occurs in this respect. So if you look into the SDG 7, so there is at least 3 clear linkages with renewable energy. And firstly, it's towards the energy access, the proportion of population with access to electricity at very individual level. And then it is also linked to the national energy security or national energy strategy, because the SDG 7 also says that the multiplication of renewable energy or more inclusion of renewable energy into the national energy mix. So it is also part of national fuel diversification strategy. And the third part, mainly linked to the international cooperation. And this international cooperation is mainly to facilitate modern research, technology, as well as financing for the renewable energy development in a particular country. Now let's come to that. What does it mean for Bangladesh? So how far we are in Bangladesh towards these indicators on SDG 7. So if we talk about energy access, I think Bangladesh has already made a tremendous success in achieving energy access for its population in Bangladesh. So you all know the target is by end of 2020, 2021, we should have 100% access of electricity to all households. And so far we are already there before our timeline. Of course, this COVID situation made it little worse, but still we are within target. And how this renewable energy contributed to this energy access? I think we see from the ITCOL presentation, and also we know that solar home system is one of the, I think not only the largest, but it's also kind of a model program in the world for off-grid electrification or off-grid energy access. So far, we have installed more than 5.8 million solar home system in Bangladesh, and 12%, 10 to 12% so far of our total energy electricity access also comes from solar home system. Now, to reach our 100% access and also to reach the hard-to-reach areas for the electricity access, I have just seen that Bangladesh government has also decided that more than 40,000 solar home system will be installed to reach those areas. So from these statistics, we already see that renewable energy is playing a pivotal role for off-grid electricity access. Now let's move to the how does it actually reflect into the national electricity or national energy mix. We have already seen that the overall from this radar presentation that it's actually 3%. I think that's by end of last year, somewhat, that we have the installed capacity of renewable energy out of our total power generation capacity, whereas our target is 10% by 2021. So that means that we are still lagging behind the target. However, we learned that around 1.5 gigawatt of renewable energy large-scale projects, and from the presentation, I have also seen that around 2.5 gigawatt of renewable energy projects are in pipeline, but somewhat most of them are also delayed. The third part is this collaboration between the national and the international partners to facilitate modern research, technology transfer, as well as financing. I think the financing aspects is largely covered from the ITCOL presentation, so I will not reflect upon that. And also the research part is somewhat covered from the presentation of Dr. Saiful Haq from the Dhaka University. But in terms of research, I would like to mention that, yes, we have a good research center, collaboration center, like the Dhaka University Institute of Energy, but for countries' development, we would need more. And we would need more collaboration on research for our development of renewable energy in Bangladesh. I think there are some successful examples for research in specific technological piloting or advancement. For example, wind power assessment for biogas, for solar mini and microgrid, solar home system, improved fuel. But we need more research in the in the future for bringing more innovative renewable energy technologies on the ground. Actually, Bangladesh has piloted many innovative renewable energy technologies by now. And I would really like to mention some of them, and you would find that the list is, of course, it's not exhaustive, but list is really long. So for example, in the small scale projects, we already have pilot solar home systems, solar street light, domestic biogas plants, as well as solar water heater. In case of large scale projects, we have the solar PV park, solar rooftop with or without net metering, solar irrigation, solar mini grid, solar microgrid with peer-to-peer network, nanogrid, solar charging station, solar drinking water system, solar aquaculture system, solar powered BTS, solar boat, commercial biogas to electricity, biomass to electricity, wind, hydro, as well as slaughterhouse biogas. And some of these technologies, as you have already heard from the respected presenters and panelists, that already at the advanced stage for dissemination, but some are not. Now, the final question is that what needs to be done? What needs to be done actually in order to get more contribution from the renewable energy towards achievement of the sustainable development goals? And the first thing is that we have now the access to energy that we have almost reached, but we need to have more productive use of renewable energy. So not only the basic access. The second part is that we need to really see that, we have the 10% target, we reached 3%, but why we have not really reached our target, or the current tendency is that we may not achieve our target within 2020 or 2021, this 10%, and what is the rationale behind it, what is the issue behind it, and how we can move forward into the next course. And the third part is that what is our current state of the cooperation with the national and international partners, and how we can also further expedite that to get more innovative technological solutions on the ground, more customization according to our contracts through research and development, and more financing in this regard. I think capacity development is still a challenge for Bangladesh for more integration of renewable energy towards achievement of SDGs. And we may need to look at explicitly, and I think Dr. Saiful Haq sir already mentioned this point in his presentation, that how we can have some kind of systematic development process towards skill as well as demand-driven skill set for renewable energy. I think yesterday or day before yesterday, I just saw in the newspaper that even though with all these limitations, renewable energy has created 1.37 lakh of jobs in Bangladesh until last year. And IRENA, the International Renewable Energy Platform, they predict that more than 42 million of jobs could be created worldwide by 2050 through renewable energy. And since Bangladesh is already, I think, at number 5th, so like our development pace, we can also be one of the pioneer in providing, in creating jobs and developing skills in renewable energy in the world. As you have seen that we have already worked on a number of renewable energy in piloting. We may need to look into that how, what is the experience from these different kinds of piloting, and that how that can be also replicated at a market scale. What kind of support would be needed for the private sector? What kind of financing would be innovative towards this market growth? And we may also need to look into the business model from these technological successes. For example, solar irrigation. We already have a successful model and on public-private partnership, and how that can be also multiplied in a larger scale. We may also look into that. And these are not the exhaustive technological options we have. Every day in the world, there are also new innovative technologies are coming up, and we need to also explore that through research and development. We need to also attract the international private sector partners who can also come up with these technologies, and how we can also customize that. Incentive structure for the private sector for promotion of renewable energy, I think that's also an important aspect we may further look up on that. What are the incentive structure currently provided for the conventional energy, and to what extent we can also facilitate that? We may need a clear roadmap actually to reach our goal in short and medium term. That also includes the other infrastructure development, complementary infrastructure development, for example, a robust grid to manage the grid integration challenges of renewable energy. Actually, COVID-19 situation, as Siddiq Jubair sir mentioned in the welcome speech, this is kind of a dress rehearsal we had, and this puts everyone, including also for Bangladesh, that to rethink our energy strategy, and where it is already somewhat visible that renewable energy would play a significant role for our future economic and environmental sustainability, as well as also inclusive growth. And not only that, we have our NDC target that we have for the until 2030, and development of the renewable energy resources would definitely contribute towards achievement of our NDC indicators. Finally, I would like to point out also a little bit on the contribution of the German development cooperation, especially German technical cooperation implemented by GIZ. So we have been involved in the renewable energy sector since 2004 continuously. Before that, we are also involved in the early 80s and 90s. Actually, Germany is involved in the bilateral technical and financial cooperation since 1972, just after the birth of Bangladesh. In the coming portfolio, we are collaborating with the government partners, private sector, as well as civil society on renewable energy, energy efficiency, as well as capacity and organizational development, grid integration of renewable energy. In the coming year, we are looking forward for more policy planning and advisory support in the renewable energy and energy efficiency, because we understand 2021 is somewhat kind of a milestone for Bangladesh, and Bangladesh should come up with a more comprehensive plan and leapfrogging to its economic advancement, and develop the sectoral policies accordingly, and we'd like to also contribute towards that. We are currently involved on the access to energy as well, but since this is being achieved so far, so how the more productive use of renewable energy could multiply access to energy and economic advancement at the individual level, as well as at the sectoral level, that is also one of our ambition to work with. And also in future, we'd also work on skill development, TVET, as well as electric mobility as a cross-sectoral approach. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abdul bin Anam, for your speech and your presentation. Actually, we are very close to our session at the end. We would like to apologize, big apology for our actually the guest, the Honorable Secretary, the Chairman, Sreda, and other guests like State Minister, Mr. Hamid, and the advisor. Due to very important work for the government, that means the Parliamentary Standing Committee meeting has suddenly called them to present, and for that they are not able to present in this session. Hopefully they will present in near future with us in any event. But however, I would like to request Mr. Siddiq Jubair, former Secretary of the Bangladesh government and the member of the SERA, Renewable Energy Specialist and Advisor to the GreenTech Foundation Bangladesh, to recap this session. Sir, can you please recap this session?
Thank you very much, Mr. Lutfur Rahman. It was a good program, and the presenters, the presentation, what we found that all of those are very valuable and very informative and very constructive also. The presentation, what we heard from the Director, Sustainable and Renewable Energy Development Authority on energy efficiency, which in fact give us an overall focus of government vision to move forward with the energy efficiency activities in Bangladesh to achieve the sustainable development goal, as well as the declaration in the Paris COP21 and the NDC's targets. What we found that from his presentation, that STRATA as a government agency, they already started the awareness raising activities at all spheres of the society, starting from the policy level down to the schooling program, as well as started energy efficiency project financing for industries. They are in the process of developing the building energy efficiency and environmental rating regulation to ensure the building energy efficiency, where all of we know that 43 to 60% of the total energy consumed in the residential sector are used within the buildings. And that is mostly to take care of the lighting load as well as the cooling load. Activities are also going on to identify the large energy consuming entities to start periodic energy audit. STRATA is also in the process of mobilizing more concessional funds to finance energy efficiency projects. They are also in the process of developing the capacity in the field of renewable energy and energy efficiency. It was an excellent presentation from the ITCOL. Also, Head of Renewable Energy made a revealing presentation on RE promotion in Bangladesh, focusing on the ITCOL's involvement mostly. They have remarkable achievement on the off-grid renewable energy deployment in the form of solar home system, solar mini-grid, microgrid, solar irrigation, mostly all of the alternatives for off-grid renewable energy promotion that they touched. They are also financing the ground-mounted utility-scale solar projects and solar rooftop projects. It could also promoting improved cook stove program, which is very much in line with the SDG goal 7. They are also financing energy efficient industrial projects as partner of organization of the STRATA. They are also in the process of enhancing their activities in renewable energy and energy efficiency sector. Dr. Saiful Haq, Director of Energy Institute of Dhaka University, highlighted their ingenuities in the field of renewable energy promotion. They started their activities when this country did not think over, not only this country, but most of the countries of the world did not think over the renewable energy promotion. They started these activities. So they are very prominent in this field, and most of their activities are in line with the policy formulation, support, capacity development, technology dissemination, awareness raising, and he also put some recommendation for promotion of renewable energy, which I feel that are very correct in context of Bangladesh, because Bangladesh is challenging some very hard challenges for promotion of utility scale solar. So for utility scale solar promotion, I think we need some alternative thought process by which we can minimize the uses of land and maximize the efficiency of the solar systems. So that is very important. And he also have a dream to be the 100% renewable energy, not only for Bangladesh, for the world. And we all have that dream, because if we like to minimize the the climate change issues, the danger that we are facing now, there is no other alternative to go for renewable energy. Carbon-free, carbon-neutral energy generation is now the demand of the time. Mr. Al-Mutabbir bin Anam, Program Coordinator of GIZ REAP project, he focused very concrete and very specific field of renewable energy and energy efficiency linked to the SDG goal number 7. He emphasizes on the national fuel mix diversification and integration of renewable energy into that, promotion of energy efficiency, and also access to electricity for all at individual level, not only the access but also ensuring the quality and affordability. Solar home system program is a model that developed from the ITCOL financing program. Is no need to mention that it is a unique model they developed. We need similar kind of model for other options also for renewable energy promotion, both in off-grid as well as in on-grid. And that Mr. Mudabbir mentioned that the incentives that are providing by the government in Bangladesh for the conventional energy sector can bring into the same incentive mechanism for the renewable energy also, so that the investors feel comfortable to invest in the renewable energy projects. And he also mentioned that there are challenges, and that's why we achieved only 3% in against of the 10% target of the government by 2021 to produce the electricity from the renewable energy sources. And this delayed to implement this target is there are many reasons are there. But I think the capacity is gradually developing to the government, and which I mentioned in my welcome speech, that so far we have now only 38 megawatt equivalent of solar on-grid projects are in operation, but around 57 megawatt, 57.5 megawatt are in the process of construction. Projects are in the process of construction, and hopefully within a week 7.5 megawatt will be connected, and 50 megawatt is also at the last stage of its construction. And so far I know there are some other megawatt scale solar projects are also going to start their construction, like 35 megawatt projects at Manikganj. They are mobilizing the panels and the structures there. So hopefully they will start their construction very soon. So this is quite natural that at the beginning there are some problems, some teething problem, and land availability of land is a major hurdle in Bangladesh to promote the utility scale solar projects. But now some investors are showing their interest for floating solar, and floating solar technology is also in the meantime developed. They can develop the projects even in the rough water. That means no need to go for very calm and quiet water body. Even if it is there is a wave, still there they can develop the floating solar projects. So technology is developing, efficiency of the solar panel is developing. So we hope that increasing. So we hope that the solar projects have a good future in Bangladesh. The grid level solar project has good future in Bangladesh, as well as the wind projects. Wind projects is going to be start maybe within 1 year. Construction will start for at least 2 projects. One is 60 megawatt, another one is 30 megawatt, and some other 50 megawatt project is also will follow them. So it is gradually developing, but Mr. Mudabbir rightly pointed out that we need a systematic approach for capacity development, because renewable energy project is not only provide the renewable energy into the grid, only the grid, green energy into the grid, but it also create a lot of jobs. So due to the pandemics, this COVID-19, there are huge, the economic disruptions are there, not only in Bangladesh, but around the globe. So many people are now jobless. So renewable energy and energy efficiency could be a good field of job creation, and I hope that government will give priority on it for systematic approach for development of capacity in the field of renewable energy and energy efficiency, so that skilled manpower we can develop who can work in country as well as in abroad. Because these pandemics create an opportunity for the countries to rethink their future energy plan. And many countries, they are revising their future energy plan and incorporating the renewable energy. Because before pandemic, the economic growth was so fast that they do not have the chance to minimize their development activities for energy projects and integrate the renewable energy. But this pandemic created enabling environment when the demand for energies reduces, and they can think over and redesign, reshape their energy roadmap in many countries. So I think Bangladesh also will be in the same pace with the rest of the world, and they will be they will also be the passenger of the same vehicle. And Mr. Mutabbir also said that their future plan is to involve more and more in the policy planning and advocacy services, as well as the skill development and electricity vehicle, promotion of electric vehicle, EVs. And I think it was a good session, and we are very hopeful that in future, when GreenTech will organize similar kind of webinar, then both the experts from the government sector as well as the private sector, academias, practitioners will participate and create a momentum in the country for promotion of the renewable energy and energy efficiency, which could ensure the sustainability of the country. Thank you very much. Thank you. Over to Lutfur Rahman.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your concluding remarks and also the recapping the whole session. Actually, sir, we will prepare a program resolution, and we will try to send it to the UN headquarters for their preservation, and it will be further action. So already we put this video in the United Nations live TV broadcast for the broadcasting from them. Hopefully our session will be somehow recorded by them. So thank you very much our discussion today. We would like to conclude our session with a small video prepared by the World Bank. Though it was long term back, but ultimately it will focus our vision for the renewable energy. So with this word, I would like to thank you again, and wishing you good health and good night. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bangladesh's economy is booming. As the economy grows, so does the demand for electricity. To meet this demand without damaging the environment, the country is turning to clean energy. Every month, over 60,000 individual solar home systems are installed.